You're probably overpaying for flights, and most people don't even realize it. I used to spend hundreds more than I needed every time I traveled, just because I didn't know how flight pricing actually works. But once I learned a few simple strategies, everything changed. Now I consistently find cheaper flights without spending hours searching. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I do it step by step, so you can save money on your next trip and stop overpaying like most travelers. The biggest mistake people make is going straight to airline websites and booking the first price they see. That's exactly what airlines want you to do. When you search directly on one airline, you're only seeing their price, not the full picture. Instead, I always start with comparison tools like Google Flights and Skyscanner. These platforms scan multiple airlines instantly and show you all the available options in one place, so you can quickly spot the cheapest flights. What I usually do is search my route on Google Flights first, look at the price trends, and then double check on Skyscanner to make sure I'm not missing a better deal. I've put links to the exact tools I use in the description so you can try them yourself. Now the next trick, and this is one of the most powerful, is flexibility. If your travel dates are completely fixed, you're almost guaranteed to pay more. Airlines raise prices on high-demand days, especially weekends and holidays, because they know people have limited options. But if you can move your trip by even 1 or 2 days, you can save a surprising amount of money. What I do is use the calendar view on Google Flights and look at an entire week or even a full month instead of one specific date. You'll often see huge price differences, like one day costing $900 and the next dropping to $650. That's literally hundreds of dollars saved just by adjusting your schedule slightly. If possible, try flying midweek, like Tuesday or Wednesday, because those are usually cheaper than weekends. Even small changes can make a big impact without affecting your trip much. Another powerful trick that most travelers completely overlook is checking nearby airports. Most people just type in one destination airport and stop there. But that can be a mistake. Big popular airports are often more expensive because that's where most people fly into. Instead, I always check all nearby airports within a reasonable distance. Sometimes flying into a smaller or alternative airport and then taking a train or bus to your final destination can save you a lot of money. For example, instead of flying directly into a major airport, you might find a much cheaper flight into a nearby city and then spend maybe $20 or $30 on transportation to get where you need to go. I've personally saved over $150 doing this, and sometimes even more. It might add a little extra travel time, but if you're saving a couple $100s, it's usually worth it. Now let's talk about timing, because this is where a lot of people get it wrong. Some people think booking very early guarantees the best price, while others wait until the last minute hoping for a deal, but both approaches can actually cost you more. From my experience, there's a sweet spot. For domestic flights, it's usually around 1 to 3 months before your trip, and for international flights, around 2 to 5 months. That's when prices tend to be more stable and reasonable. But here's the important part. Flight prices change constantly. They can go up or down within hours depending on demand. So instead of booking immediately, I track flights for a few days and watch how the price moves. If I see a good deal that fits my budget, I don't wait too long, because prices can jump back up quickly. Let me show you a real example so you can see how this actually works. When I first searched for flights to Tokyo, the price was over $900. And honestly, that's where most people would stop and just book it. But instead, I applied all these strategies. I adjusted my dates slightly, checked a couple of nearby airports, and compared prices across different platforms. After doing that, I found a flight for around $600. That's a $300 difference for the exact same destination. And the crazy part is, I didn't use any special discount or promotion. I just used smarter booking methods. This is why knowing these tricks can save you so much money over time. One more tip that most people completely ignore is using flight alerts, and this is probably the easiest way to save money without putting in extra effort. Instead of checking flight prices every single day, you can set up alerts on Google Flights or Skyscanner. Once you do that, they'll notify you whenever the price changes, whether it goes up or down. So if there's a sudden drop, you'll know right away and can book at the perfect time. This saves you time, reduces stress, and helps you avoid missing good deals. I use this all the time, especially when I'm planning trips in advance. So when you combine all of these strategies, using comparison tools, staying flexible with your dates, checking nearby airports, booking at the right time, and setting up flight alerts, you create a system that consistently finds cheaper flights, and that's the key difference. It's not about luck or finding some secret hack that only a few people know. It's about understanding how the system works and using it to your advantage. Once you start doing this, you'll notice that you're saving money on every trip. And that extra money can go toward better hotels, better food, or more experiences while you travel. If you want to travel more and spend less, or want to see how I spent 3 days in Tokyo, with a full budget breakdown and even more money-saving tips, check out that video on my channel. Subscribe for more smart travel tips, and I'll see you in the next one.